Hello student, this session is for data visualization. For visualization, we are selecting a plot depends on what variables are present. How many variables are present? Like univariate, bivariate or multivariate. One for one variable, for two variable or for number of variables. As well as it also depends on whether your variables are categorical or numerical variables. This is the first part. Before that, you can see such combinations are possible. Like qualitative means categorical variable, single categorical variable. Qualitative univariate. Quantitative univariate means single numerical variable. Likewise, such combinations are possible. In this session, we will try to cover univariate categorical variable. Okay, means what? A single categorical variable is there, and if you want to visualize it, which plots you can take. So here on screen you can check. You can go with bar plot. This is vertical bar plot. This is horizontal bar plot. This is dot plot. At the same time, you can check this horizontal bar plot and this dot plot. These are two are same, and pie chart. These are the different options available when you want to visualize a single variable, that is a single categorical variable. Let me show you how you can read this plot. So in bar plot, along x-axis categories are given. So and on along y-axis it's a frequency count is given. One example is presented here, movies by rating category, and it's a rating categories are there. Total 4 categories. So that 4 categories are here, and on the along y-axis, it's a count is given. Let me tell you one more example. Like if you want to compare in a data male and female candidate. So male, female, it is a categorical variable and a single variable. Okay, one categorical variable where there are two categories are available, male and female. So along x-axis you will get male count and female count. Okay, and along male and female. Along y-axis you will get count of male and count of female. So when we are using bar plot, whenever we want to compare different categories according to their count. Now, where we are using this horizontal plot, if there are number of categories, in that case, we can go with horizontal plot. Dot plot, data to ink ratio easier to read. Now, it is easier to read, but everyone cannot understand it. So, in practical use, you can observe bar plot most of the time. Pie chart, instead of count, when we are more interested for particular percentage, in that case we are going with the pie chart. So how many options we are having? When there is a single categorical variable, we are having bar plot, vertical bar plot, horizontal bar plot, this dot plots, or we can use pie chart. Now let me explain you the same thing with R. Let us see one of the data set, MPG. It is inbuilt data set. So if you see, it is a data set of cars, connected to cars. Let me show you this data set. You can get the information. MPG, it is connected with ggplot2 fuel economy data from 1999 to 2008 for 38 popular models of cars. So what variables are present in this data? 234 rows and 11 variables. It contains manufacturer name, model, display. Sorry, what is this display? Yes, engine displacement in liters, then year, cylinders, type of transmission, DRV, the types of drivetrain, CT miles per gallon, highway miles per gallon, fuel type and class, type of the car. So these are the variables. Class, compact, SUV, two-seater, mid-size. So everything it is given. So this is the data set. Now if I want to apply this bar plot where I can apply it. Let me show you one by one for which variable it is possible. This is single variable. Okay, first of all we are applying it for single variable. So manufacturer, manufacturer, it is Audi. It is a categorical variable. There are other manufacturers are also available. Okay, so this is a single categorical variable. So I can go with bar plot. Model, again a categorical variable. Displacement, it is numerical variable. I cannot go with bar plot for this. Okay, similarly transmission, auto, manual, I can go with the bar plot for this one. So where we are applying it for a single categorical variable, let us apply it for transmission. So how we are plotting it? So we are using one package only, that is ggplot. Let me show you. ggplot2, this package we want. So you are installing it first, ggplot2. Okay, I am already having it. So install it first and then load it by clicking this checkbox. Okay, ggplot. Now I am writing a command. See, we are starting with ggplot, simple bracket. We are writing dataset name first, just like we are using it for tidyr and deployr. mpg, then we are defining aesthetics. See, if we want a plot, obviously we need to define what is along x-axis and what is along y-axis. So initially I will just show you how I can plot these two axes. Let me consider model and transmission, or model or displacement along x-axis and y-axis. Model and displacement. Okay. So I am just defining aesthetics. Let me run this. Sorry, it is DISPL. If I will run this, you can see models are displayed along this side and displacement it is along this side. Okay, so what we are doing here, ggplot, I am writing from which data set I am taking this x-axis and y-axis. Okay, so mpg, this is the data set name. Aesthetics, first is considered as x-axis, second is considered as y-axis. So can you see this? Along x-axis models are there and along y-axis displacement is there. But I hope you can see these names are overlapping. Okay, so let us try a bar plot now. ggplot, dataset mpg. I am defining aesthetics. Now I am trying to get a bar plot for a categorical variable. So let me consider manufacturer. Manufacturer. And now we want to define what we want here as a plot, whether it is a line, whether it is a histogram, whether it is a box plot. So we are defining it by geometry. So I want bar plot. Okay, so don't forget the simple bracket after bar plot. So you can see manufacturer. So there are number of manufacturers are there existing in this data. So for every manufacturer, this count it is given. So I hope you can understand these names are overlapping. So here this vertical it is not work. So let me again copy and paste this. Control C. Plus in ggplot, now everything we are adding. First of all, in the first part, we are just defining what data set and what are the aesthetics. Okay. Then we are defining the geometric. Then whatever the additions are there, like in plot, number of additions are possible. We can give titles, we can define themes, we can change colors. So whatever additions are there, we are adding it. Okay. So see, I am using coordinate flip. You can see, yeah. So now it is easy to read. Let me show you the previous one. I hope you can see. If you click it here, you can see the previous plot. Names are overlapping on each other, so it is difficult for us to read all the manufacturers. Okay, so that's why I am just applying here coordinate flip to get our second plot, that is horizontal bar plot. So now you can see all the manufacturers name here. It becomes along y axis and count is there along x axis. Okay, so this is, we are just interchanging, we are just flipping axis here. Okay, and whenever it is difficult to read the name, number of categories are there, in that case we are using this plot. Pie chart we will see it later on. Now let me continue with the second part, that is if bivariate variable, bivariate means two variables are there and both are categorical variable. Let me just show you this in PPTs. This is our second part actually. Visualizing two categorical variable. Again, type of the variable is categorical, but there are two variable, two categorical variable. Just imagine I am having divisions, division A, division B, division C and division D of computer. Okay, and according to the division, again I want the proportion of male and female student. So I want to visualize class wise male and female count. So now here I am considering division ABCD and genders. So both are categorical variable, and now in that case which visualization we can use? You can observe all are bar plots. All are bar plots. Now majorly if you are observing in practical use, these two plots are always there. This is called as grouped bar plot and this is stacked bar plot. This is always very easy to read. This is also very good visualization, but little bit difficult to read it. Both are for same data, but you can observe reading this or reading this. Compared to this, it is very easy to compare this. Okay, mostly we are using it for comparison, and here comparison becomes difficult, and that's why we are always going with the group bar plot. These are remaining few of them where we are considering the proportion sometimes in percentage. Again, we are comparing them with each other also quantity wise. If you see this, this is the grouped frequency bar chart. This is the stacked one. This is hundreds percent stacked one. This is only converted to 100% stacked frequency bar chart. So everyone they are converted in 100 percentage. Spine plot. Now here you can observe that 100% is convert. But if you are observing the width, by width we are comparing these four bars with each other. Okay, so this is the addition. In mosaic proportion of movies, only the clean aesthetics are given here. Here that separation it is not there. Here these are defined by adding this clean aesthetics. But most of the time we are going with the previous plots only, that is stacked one and group bar. Let me show it for this same data again, MPG. Now cylinders are actually 4 6 are given, but they are again categorical form. Compact, let me check, column 11 character, this is a categorical variable, and transmission. Two categorical variable I am taking, class and transmission. Okay, let me plot it first. GG plot dataset MPG. Aesthetics we are defining. One aesthetics is class. Second aesthetics I am taking as transmission, TRANS. Okay, both are categorical variable. Let me repeat one more time. ggplot, dataset name, aesthetics. As now we are discussing for two categorical variable. Let me add this by variate categorical variables. Okay, this is for bivariate categorical variable. So we are defining a two categorical variable. Now geometric I am adding as bar again. Okay, geometric is bar again. If I am running this, you can see I am getting an error. Why I am getting an error? Because in bar plot, always we should just define x-axis. We cannot define y-axis because along y-axis always the count is considered, and that's why I am getting an error. So what to do? Let us add here aesthetics class comma field is equals to trans. So can you see this? This is the bar plot now. Try to understand it. Two-seater. What is this? Class. It is one of the class. Two-seater. Now in two-seater, that varieties of transmission. Atto, AV, Atto, I3, Atto, I4, Atto, I5. So all these forms are given. So in two-seater, maybe all are not available. So these forms are given. So now can you observe it is little bit difficult to understand. Let me just consider it again. Control C, Control V. Position is equals to dodge. Okay. So you can see this. This is the plot for two categorical variable where I am considering class as well as transmission. So in two-seater, can you see this color is showing Atto I5, this color is showing Atto S6, and this one is showing manual M6. Okay, so in two-seater only these three transmission forms are there. In compact, almost all form. In mid-size, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 forms are there. In minivan, again only 3 transmission forms are there. In pickup, 4 forms are there. In subcompact car models, this 5 forms are there. In SUV, these forms are there. How we can read it? You can see this is the highest bar. So what it is showing you, nearby to 30 means what is the count here? Almost highest count it is shown. This color is for Atto I4. In SUV, Atto I4 count is maximum. If you check the lowest one, so almost this one, this two. So there are many categories are having, I think, similar kind of number. See, visualization, it is just to visualize. Not, it is not possible to give a fixed comment here, but we can visualize. If I comparing this, there are many categories which is having similar number. So in minimum there are many of the categories, but in maximum this is the single one. Likewise, you can comment about it. Now let me just show you one more plot. Ggplot. For which variables it is possible? Again, I will repeat, we are taking only categorical variable. So transmission, DRV, CT I cannot take because CT it is a numerical value. Okay, DRV and FL, fuel type, and I think what was there? DRV means the type of drive train. Okay, so let us try it for DRV and FL. Ggplot, MPG, Aesthetics we are defining FL, comma, DRV. It's sorry, again here I need to define it, feel. I will repeat, for bar plot we cannot consider y-axis, and that's why we need to define it. Geometric, we are choosing bar. If I will take as it is, this will gives me a stacked bar. Okay, so by default it will give you a stacked bar, but when I am adding a position, position equals to dodge, it will gives me a grouped plot. By default stack plot, and by defining the position equals to dodge, it will gives you a grouped plot. Okay, so for univariate and bivariate, for both we are using bar plot, and specifically for bivariate, if you observe, we need to define, we cannot define y-axis, and that's why we are using feel. Okay, in one variable, I think let us work on this like it was a very simple plot. Okay, let me run it one more time. If I am running this, it is a very plain bar plot. If I want to add, let us take one more time, ggplot, mpg, aesthetics. I am taking aesthetic as fl plus geom. We are selecting bar plot. If I will run this, I am getting this plot. So C, D, E, P, R, these are the types of fuel. This is very plain bar plot. If I want to customize it, then we are working on geom. So therefore, here we are adding all the things. Color. Color is equals to, I am giving a color here, red. So you can check borders are given. If I am adding feel, these colors we are defining always in double quote or single quote, yellow. So you can see that color is given. See, actually it's very small in height, very small in count. That's why simply we can see that red color only. Again in the same, I can add width. You can see, if I am comparing with the previous one, width is decreased now. So this width you can give in a range of 0 to 6. I am adding one more feature, ALPHA, alpha. Alpha, it is equals to 0.2. Let me just check it. That bracket is missing. So you can see color of previous one and this one. So alpha we are using to add transparency. You can make it transparent, 0.2. Okay, so let me add it as 0.9. Why this bracket is missing every time? So now this color is dark. So just to add that transparency, we are using alpha. And these features are available for all the plots. Like you can fill colors, you can give borders, you can add, you can increase or decrease the width. You can increase decrease that transparency of the color. Okay, so these features are available for all the plot. So here we complete uh, visualization for categorical one variable or categorical two variable.